So 2021, yikes. How are you doing out there, TMPer? Yeah, I feel the same way. It's not good. It is not good. I'm not going to go over it here in the bunker. That's not what this video is about, but I'll just say it's not good. This is the stuff we've talked about for well over a decade in TMP, and it's going to get worse, is my prediction, like a lot worse. I said in my UDR series that things would get dark, i.e. Biden would be put into office, and lo and behold, he's been put into office, along with his team. So, here we are in the Nutnfancy project. This is going to be an announcement video of where we go from here. A lot of you have been asking me, the donors have been asking me, hey, what's going on? Are you going to stay in YouTube? Are you migrating to this platform, that platform? Here's the deal, and that's what this video is primarily about. And I'll just say it at the outset, in case you don't watch the whole video. Below are listed the links of services that I am migrated to right now. One will be Gab, G-A-B. Go start an account at Gab. Subscribe to the Nutnfancy project. I just, put my name as Nutnfancy there. Go to UGETube. UGETube is what it's called. UGETube. That is a patriotic-based video hosting service that has been around for a long time. Make an account if you have not already. Sub to me there, please. Go to BitChute. BitChute. Sub to me there as well. Now, things are changing, okay? And I ain't going to say that the platforms I'm sending you to now will still be around in a year. And not with the way the leftists are attacking the First Amendment. And they are attacking it. Again, I'm not going to get into details, but I think you should know, right? It's pretty overt what they've been doing, canceling voices. So where do we go as a family, the Nutnfancy Project family? Well, I'm going to give you some insight as a creator. So I've been doing this a long time. Like since 2006, that's the creation date of my YouTube channel here. I kind of know the internet. I kind of know the ins and outs of social media. I've had some hard lessons taught to me. My eyes have been opened. I'm not naive anymore. I know what works, what doesn't work. I'm a niche creator, so I create niche content. I'm 99% a reviewer, of stuff that good guys need. And I continue to do that. I will continue to do that as long as I possibly can. But as a creator, one of the things that I've learned, and this will probably surprise you that I say this because I'm sending you to other platforms, and that is YouTube is a fantastic product. It's a fantastic product for you, the viewer. It just works. It's fast. It has great user controls. It's a fantastic product for a creator like myself. So, I'm able to publish it to a private link, to an unlisted link, to a public link. I'm able to make playlists. I'm able to tag the videos. I'm able to do live streams. I'm able to upload thumbnail images. I'm able to manage the videos. All kinds of creator tools that YouTube has. I ain't going to lie, I absolutely love them. They make my job easier, and since my creation rate is so high, and it is, and you guys who just subscribe here to the A channel may go, what are you talking about? I'm only seeing a video a week. Come on now. I've been talking about this forever. Donors get full flow. So if you go into the donation environment, maybe I'll put a link below to that, you're going to get full flow. So I'm doing 3 videos a week, usually. And it's been that way a long time. So I have a very rapid creation pace. And I don't do that just because, I just want to put a lot of videos out. I have a lot to say. There's a lot of gear items I have requests for. Right now I'm working on night vision stuff, so that'll break first in the donation environment. I posted a Thor 4K video last year, at, I think late November, maybe early December. And so a lot of these are time critical because these items are only available in the market for a short time, especially if they're for a good deal. And so I have to move very quickly as a reviewer. Watches, knives, guns, tactical gear, clothing. And so I'm moving and creating very fast. And so if I don't have a video hosting platform that works for me in a manner that I like, I don't want to go there. You may wonder why, I post in YouTube. Well, why haven't you gone over to UGETube? Why haven't you gone to BitChute, Rumble? By the way, I have a Rumble account. Subscribe to that as well. And you may wonder, why are you still on YouTube? The first answer and the honest answer is because you are. That's where you are. And I'm going to talk about that several times in this hopefully short video. Because you're in YouTube. That's where people are. Even people who complain about YouTube, who complain about the cancel culture of YouTube, who complain about the quelling of the First Amendment, free speech. And by the way, I agree with all of that. I don't agree with any of it. I think it's wrong. You should allow all voices out there to create their content, put it out there, and let the audience decide. Just like YouTube of old days. Like when I started really posting like in 2008, it was like the Wild West. You could do anything, post. There was all kinds of wacky content. You could probably say there was hateful content out there. And it all just kind of worked itself out in a very open, free, interchanging environment. It ain't that now. It is highly, highly scrutinized by the left, controlled by the left. And voices they don't like are canceled by YouTube, Google. It's going on. And I don't support that at all. I hate it. But the first part of why I'm still in YouTube is because you guys are. That's where my audience is, despite all the complaints. And I've seen that phenomena several times in my creator days as a content creator, that people would complain about this manufacturer, that manufacturer, they did this, it pissed them off. And I'm talking to my distributors who I have had a relationship with, and I say, hey, have the sales dropped off on this company? And they're like, no. I was like, that's weird, because online there's a lot of hate against them. They're like, yeah, we've seen it too, but sales are cranking. It's kind of like that with YouTube. So people will complain and comment, and yet a lot of them, and I hope this isn't you watching this video, will not even take the small step of going and creating an alternate account in UGETube, in BitChute, in Gab, and in Rumble. And all those are subject to change. That's just where I'm going now. Take 5 minutes, create some accounts, but a lot of people won't. Maybe they mean to, and they get busy, they get distracted, and they don't. So why am I still on YouTube? Because people are still on YouTube. You are still on YouTube. You watch YouTube. And I'm not really blaming you. I'm not faulting you. I'm not laying any judgment at your feet. Because, like I said at the first of this video, it's a great product. It just works. It doesn't beach ball on you. It doesn't lock up usually. For me as a content creator, my videos upload quickly. They process quickly. Yes, we've had some glitches over the years, but I've been doing this for a very long time. You're going to have some glitches. But by and large, it's a pretty damn fine video hosting service. The best in the world. For you as a viewer and as for me as a creator. That's the fact. And the second reason why is because, like I mentioned, it just works for me. It's time efficient. So what's the game plan for TMP now that the leftists are in charge? They're coming after everybody. They're coming after me. They've mentioned me. Oh, we're coming after Nutnfancy. We can't have pro-gun, pro-2A voices on the internet. No, we can't have that. And they're going to use all types of weaponized false language, as they've done in the past. They've done it all through Trump's presidency, to convince people that there's a certain narrative they need to buy off on. None of it's true. It's all false, but last time I checked, all that is sticking to the wall. It works for them. And the reason they want to get rid of voices like myself, gear reviewers for the good guys, is because they want to get rid of the 2A so they can get rid of the, they want to get rid of 1A so they can get rid of 2A. That's why. And so I read a post today in Gab. It was outstanding. It said something along the lines of, the First Amendment, the whole reason is so you could criticize and reveal corruption in the government. And when the government comes back and says you can't have the ability to speak about said corruption, said government, we're in trouble. And that's where we are. We're in trouble. So First Amendment is under huge attack. Notice it's not Second Amendment right now. They're coming after the First Amendment now. They're shelling the beaches in preparation for the invasion. I've predicted this for years in a lot of philosophy videos, and here we are seeing it, we're living it. This is like a movie we're watching. Now you would think a tiny little channel like myself, and it is tiny in the world of YouTube, it's tiny. It wouldn't matter. They don't care. They don't care. They want to silence all voices who oppose them. So my game plan, by the way, is not to shut down this YouTube channel. I'm not going to shut down the YouTube channel. YouTube hasn't contacted me and said, hey, we're shutting down the channel. None of that's happened. And to be completely honest, YouTube, by and large, has been fairly good to me. Fairly good. If I was to rate them 0 to 10 in how they've handled the Nutnfancy project, maybe I'm being a little too generous. I'm going to rate them, I'll give them a 4.5. I guess that isn't too good. The reason I'm going to downrate them is because they've peeled off subscribers from me through the years. I have no doubt. In reality, I have about 1.2 or would have about 1.3, maybe more million subscribers. But I've logged on several times and lo and behold, I'm 30,000 subs down. My subscribers never grow. Really? Really? They'll stay at the same number month after month? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And the reason is because I'm not just a gear reviewer. I'm a freedom channel that I stick up for this, the Constitution, the oath I swore to God. This is the oath I took. And so I have no problem in my review reminding people of that. Making a video once in a while, sticking up for freedom for all people. They don't like that. So what they want to promote are, I don't know, review channels, gun channels that are not threatening to them. So if you see some of these and they have millions of subs and lots of subs, it's probably because they've been favored by the algorithm of YouTube. I have no doubt about that. They've been pushed up in search results. They've been featured. And who knows, they may have just, lo and behold, just a couple mouse clicks here and there added 50,000 subs here or there. That could happen. I don't know if it did. I know for a fact that the Nutnfancy project has been stunted. We've been shadow banned, and it's been that way for a long time. So that's a bad thing. Another bad thing is they demonetized this channel I'm posting this on. It's been demonetized for a very long time. It's not making any money at all. And, it's a good way to get the voice out, but that's not great. And they did it because I did gun reviews. They don't like gun content. And they contacted me and they said, listen, we'll give your monetization back, but you got to pull down your gun content and you got to change what you're saying about, like I'd give links to Gunnies, the Great American Gun Store. And I just said, I'm not doing that. Yeah, but if you do that, you can get your monetization back and we'll monetize all the other, your clothing reviews, your watch reviews, your knife reviews, and maybe some gun accessory reviews. We'll monetize that. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to be true to my audience, and I don't care if the A channel's demonetized. So I just sucked it up and I said, F you, man. I'm not doing it. And I throughout this whole process, I'll let you know, I don't care who you are watching this. That's my attitude. I will stick true to my integrity. If I go down in flames, I go down in flames. I don't really give a shit. Like I said, I'll keep swinging. I'm in the trenches swinging as long as I can. And I'll fight, and I'll do the right things. But I'm not reporting to the left, They're not in control of me. I report to my God. I report to you, the subscribers, the supporters, my family in the Nutnfancy project for a very long time. So that's bad. They took my monetization away. Thanks to donors, we still have some way to pay for, well, the huge expenses of TMP. To be an independent reviewing voice, it's expensive. So they circulated some letter. Bloomberg Day is like, well, they're trying to contact like manufacturers. And they said, hey, man, if you have a relationship with it, and they listed a bunch of people off, gun reviewers. And I'm not really a gun reviewer. I'm a gear adventure channel. I've always said that. But they listed me to, hey, do you still have a relationship with this guy? If so, you shouldn't give him stuff because, we think that he's always related to like 6 January or something. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I have no relation to that whatsoever. And I also don't have any relationship to a manufacturer, which is hilarious. So they're barking up the wrong tree. Because I'm independent, I either buy the item, just like I did this, or I will loan it. Independent. It's expensive, but it's worked so far. So where do we go from here? It really depends on you guys. So right now, I don't remember the numbers. We got 835,000 subscribers. In reality, 1.4 million is my estimate. But let's just use a published number. The whacked out, incorrect, stunted, shadow banned number that YouTube has been giving me for years. Let's just go with that. So let's say there's 835,000 people. And that's a lot, but I've been doing this a long time. It should be a lot. Half of those. So within the next week, and I know this won't happen, but let's say within next week, half of those people wake up. That you come and check out this video, you watch it, and you do as I'm requesting, humbly. Go to UGETube, make an account, sub to Nutnfancy. Go to Gab, sub to Nutnfancy. Go to Rumble, sub to Nutnfancy. Go to BitChute, sub to Nutnfancy. And then we have our lifeboats inflated and ready to go, and we can build new video or a new environment over there while still keeping YouTube. Like I said, I'm not going to I'm nuking YouTube. I'm not. Now, they may nuke me. That could happen. It could happen. But like I said, as a creator, I love its creation tools, and it really depends on the audience. So if I come to those accounts a week from now and I see 400,000 people, that's less than half that subbed. Guess where I'm going to be posting? Over there. As much as I can reasonably, and this is what I mean. Every platform I told you about, and the video hosting platforms I'm talking about are BitChute, Rumble, and UGETube. I'm going to primarily try to work with UGETube as my plan A. They all have limitations, and in some way or another, they all suck. For me, as a creator, they don't have the tools I need. They don't have the video management, the comment management tools that I need. And a lot of that is because they're just not that well funded. They don't have the deep pockets that YouTube does to hire thousands of programmers, and they have thousands of servers. They don't. I'm willing as a creator to deal with that. I don't expect them to be perfect. And now is when we're going to man the lifeboats, and we're going to start an exodus away from YouTube is what I would like to do. And again, this is preemptive. So again, as far as I know now, my channel's good to go. And also, you should have subscribed 10 years ago to the B channel. My B channel here on YouTube, the link will be below. And it is youtube.com/the Nutnfancy project. It's typed out. And the reason it's confusing is because when you go to the channel, it says Lieutenant Colonel Nutnfancy. That's me. And I just changed the name to that, but it's the Nutnfancy project. You should be subscribed to that. I'll continue to use that channel too. Watch reviews, maybe clothing reviews, cooking with Nutnfancy episodes, backpacking episodes, Wolverine episodes, narrated motorcycle adventures, and all the hopefully cool content that you've seen in the Nutnfancy project will probably be over there. A channel has been mostly used for gun reviews. Mostly. And that's what I'll do. Yeah, watch review here and there, but mostly gun reviews. Now, 400,000 people go over to YouTube. Awesome. Now we got something. Here's the deal, though, and I said this We don't know what the future holds. And I think that the communists, eat shit commies, the communists are going to come after whatever platform is successful and hosts, not just me, but voices like me that are stringently pro-freedom, pro-God, pro-traditional family, pro-serving your fellow man, pro-kindness. I know. Can you believe I have to say that? And just being a good, kind, contributing, hardworking, responsible member of society. That is all under attack by the left. So it could be that these platforms, as you saw with Parler the other day, are attacked. Servers have problems. They're shut down. We're in crazy times, dudes. You know this. So I don't have a crystal ball. I'll just do what I can do. With your support, it helps. Well, ideally, we're like a flock of birds. That would be ideal. So I say, hey, we're going over here. And all 835,000 just go, whew, we go over to this platform together. Hey, it didn't work out. We're coming over here. Whew. It'd be great. And 835,000 within 24 hours go there. That would be great. I mean, we could really get something done. And if we had like 1 million, 1.5 million, 2 million people doing this, based patriots just ready to rock and roll, dude, I would like that. It ain't going to happen that way. In fact, I think a week from now, I'm going to go to those platforms and it's going to be abysmal, the amount of people that have come over. Once again, we see a lot of complaints about YouTube, but a lot of people don't want to merge. I hope I'm wrong. Now, if you go to UGETube, think about this. It is very expensive for them to host videos. Same can be said about BitChute. They need money. If you are a patriotic advertiser, the owners of BitChute kindly ask you consider advertising with them. They need advertisers. The only one I know that's big enough is the MyPillow guy. He's awesome, and he just takes the heat, and he doesn't care. We need a lot more companies like MyPillow that can take the leftist hatred and vitriol and to go over to these platforms and create money, because it's very, very expensive to host views, to host videos, to pay for the servers. And that's why I say I don't know what the future holds. We need some money coming in. I say we. The people hosting these videos need it. So if you have a business, you want to advertise, contact UGETube. And primarily I'm saying UGETube. I saw BitChute has a donation link. They're asking for money because, again, it's deep pockets. And to compete with Google YouTube is very, very difficult. So it's easy to say, hey, we're going to go to this place, we're going to go to that place. If you don't have a boat to jump into, you might be just jumping into the ocean. Which kind of gets to a point I want to make in this video. And that is, this is an imperfect world. I'm with you that basically every corporation, every fast food place, every department store is leftist. They support leftist causes. They've donated to leftist candidates. It's like the whole world against conservatives. Religions are participating too. A ton of PACs, organizations have donated to leftist causes, which have brought us to where we are now in clown year, I love that, 2021. So all of those organizations have brought us here, along with a lot of public support. It's not just them. It's a lot of people supporting them. So here we are. Now, what do you do if you're a consumer? And this is my point. You still have to wear tennis shoes. You still have to get clothing. You still have to buy ammunition. You still have to get, if you can find ammunition, by the way, and buy the things you need for life. You have to use a cell phone company. You need internet service. Maybe you have an entertainment service you like. What do? You can't boycott everything. In fact, I don't think you can boycott even 10% of it effectively if you want to live in society and be on the grid. The only way that you can get out of this cycle is somehow miraculously have or produce for yourself everything you need. And there are a couple people that do it. 7, I think. No, more than that. Homesteaders, they do it. Well, not everything, but a lot. And you need to get off the grid. I mean, really get off the grid. No internet, no cell phone, no television, no electronic devices of any kind. And then live like you're in the 1800s, bro. That's getting off the grid. That's not realistic for 99% of us. We have to live in society. And so my point in saying this is you have to buy things. And so you will probably in some way support the very organizations which are destroying your freedoms. I know, it's a catch-22. There's not like a ton of companies making this or that device that you have options for. And the same can be said for getting the message out. So YouTube, as imperfect as it is, and it is, still for the Nutnfancy project now, so far in 2021, can get the message out. Now, I can be canceled with a freaking mouse click. Click, account closed. And I'm gone. That's why we're going to those other platforms and we're kind of diversifying. But when you weigh everything out in life, you go, well, what's the good I can create as a reviewer? What's the good that I can do by doing a review on a flashlight made in China, for instance, versus one made in the United States and it's $275? I'm supporting China. I don't really want to do that, but a lot of people need lights. They don't have a ton of money. And so as a reviewer, I'm always doing this. I'm weighing, and I usually go for the value equation as imperfect as it is. And that's what this situation is. Life is all like that. So people who draw a very hard line, it's black and white, and they say, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that. Don't promote this knife maker. Don't promote that gun maker. They pissed us off back in 2005. I just blow all that off. I was like, I'm sorry. I get where you're coming from. I really do. But I don't have that luxury. It's either that or I don't make videos. Because some way, somehow, some manufacturer has pissed someone off and they've done something that, should boycott. And then all it does is lead to silence. Okay, I just won't do anything. I'll just do episodes of Cooking with Nutnfancy. I'll go out in the desert every week and cook bacon. it'll be the Nutnfancy bacon cooking show. So, and that's an interesting parallel of getting the message out. So, and all creators, I think, understand this. So it's real easy to go, well, I'm gonna close my YouTube account. Okay, let's say a guy has 2 million subscribers, and I'm not thinking of anyone in particular. You're going to turn your back on being able to communicate through video form with 2 million subscribers to make a statement. I would think about it. Like, really think about it. That's hard to do that. And where I am in the project, it has been tens of thousands of hours of work that I've put into the project, and I do it every week still. So hopefully you understand as a viewer that it's important to wear tennis shoes, even though they may come from China. Either that or make your own. It's important to get the message out, even though you may use YouTube. Now, to be clear, once again, when I'm posting this video, and I'm going to get this video out tonight, and today is the 22nd of January, 2021, because this is important content, important notification. When I'm filming this, we're good to go. Got the B channel over there on YouTube, good to go. Got the A channel here, demonetized like a big dog, but it's still, hosting content, getting the word out to people. It's good to go. My Twitter account, still operational, not shut down. Now, granted, on my Twitter account, I post a bunch of watch stuff. Hey, good deal on this Timex, good deal on this Hamilton watch. I just did that last week. And I will continue to do that. It's mostly a product announcement service of good deals I see, because what do you know? I'm a gear reviewer. Now, occasionally, if I feel the need, I'll post a political video, but a tweet up there. No apologies. Did a bunch of pro-Trump tweets. No apologies. They want to shut me down. They shut me down. Screw you guys. I said that in a tweet with me in a picture of my night vision in Twitter. Go look that one up. I said, F you guys, man. I'm going to continue to do what I do. I'm going to review gear for the good guys, night vision, guns, AR-15s. Screw you guys. Now, if it becomes illegal, I'll have to look at things again. But it doesn't mean I can't post that content I've filmed for the last 3 years. They need to understand that. I have a ton of content up. We're in for a wild ride, boys and girls. Wild ride. You're going to see attacks on the First Amendment, attacks on the Second Amendment. I've been talking about this for a long time. Again, I don't want to get too political here. Just know it's the stuff I've been talking about. And not just me, a lot of people have. Political enemies, anyone that doesn't agree with them, dissent not allowed. You're seeing it. Now, that being said, I'm not humdrumming around being all negative day by day. I'm still just doing what I do. I'm going to post some fun videos, uplifting old school Nutnfancies on the docket to post. Again, be a donor. You'll see it there first. They're the ones the reason I'm still here, by the way. Yeah, watch all that. And I'm going to try to give you a reminder of how good things are, generally speaking. We've got electricity. There's still peace reigning in the United States. Thank heavens. There's good people everywhere. The people you see every day are probably thinking just like you are. There's at least 75 million people that, they don't like it either. They don't like what they saw. So, announcement video. UGETube, make an account. Have you done it yet? Gab, Nutnfancy, make an account. Thank you very much. Rumble, BitChute. None of these platforms are perfect. Oh, by the way, I may go, and I actually do have an account on locals.com. If you want to sub to that, you can. I'm not really pushing that right now because that is a subscription service, but it's waiting in the wings, locals.com. Oh, and I'm glad I remember this. By the way, you guys probably ought to start, if you haven't already, use a different search engine. Don't use Google. Start getting away from Google products as much as you can. I know I'm in YouTube saying this. It is a Google product, but I've explained that in this video. Okay, imperfect world. But there's some low-hanging fruit that you can pick. For instance, I'm going to start using Start Page as my search engine. I know some others are talking about some other ones. Dissenter browser by Gab. You might want to download that and start using it. I'm using the Brave browser too. I've canceled my old emails. They're done. Now I have a new email service. I'm not going to say publicly what it is, but it's a private service, and I pay for it. So look into that. Again, Start Page is a search engine. It doesn't track you. It doesn't monetize your surfing habits. You might think about watching from a VPN. I know this sounds like crazy stuff, but dude, I'm telling you, a lot of TMPers are already doing this. Why is that? It's because conservatives are literally being hunted by the leftists. They are being sought out for punishment, for cancellation, for punitive measures. Again, none of this is based in truth. It's not based in evidence. It's based on a witch hunt. It is history repeating itself. And so people are going to adapt. People are adapting. And I've talked to a lot of people who have already. So do that, and there's a lot more. You're going to see a lot of comments down there below. And by the way, as long as comments are cool in this video, I'm going to let them go. But if they do something to piss me off, I'll just shut comments off. I'll just shut comments off. And by the way, those platforms, everyone's always got ideas of, hey, you need to go here, you need to go there. Dude, I've looked at everything. This is my decision of where I'm going for now. Primarily, it's going to be UGETube and Gab. And then those others are backups. I know BitChute ain't perfect. I know Rumble ain't perfect. And all these can be shut down and they're owned by foreign interests. I know all that. Imperfect world, bro. Now, what I really hope is that Trump starts his own media company. And I really hope, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but we have failed completely. Not we, they have failed in the Republican Party. We probably need a third party. I wouldn't mind it being the Patriot Party, but for that to work, we need all 75 million of us to go into that party. If it's piecemeal, we have just guaranteed the Democrats to be in power for the next 2 decades, would be my guess. And things will get progressively worse. But that's where we are. I mean, the Republican Party, from what I'm seeing, sorry, it's a little bit political, it's broken. There's a bunch of traitors in there. Mitt Romney's one of them, just a garbage individual. We need something better. Something real. There you go. I got to go. So anyways, thanks so much for coming in the bunker with me. I know what you're thinking. Hey, Nutnfancy, you look like an oil worker in that, whatever you got, that jacket. Yeah, I just came off the oil drilling derrick. Yeah, the oil drilling derrick. No, it's like a Gore-Tex mountain hardware thing. So I like it. Maybe I'll review it. I don't know. Thank you so much for your support through the years. Again, don't expect me to be cranking out a lot of political videos. I haven't been doing that for a number of years, just every so often. And it's like I've explained multiple times, but if you missed it, it went something like this. There's really no value in it. And it was long before this witch hunt started. It was just like people aren't really watching it. It was low views. People weren't in agreement what was being said. It wasn't like we were moving as a single flock. There was a lot of dissension, a lot of people getting pissed off, maybe leaving. I can't monetize it. Where's the value? I can't change anything. I can't change an election. All I'm going to do is get up and rant for an hour. I'm not going to say I won't do it in the future. If something happens, I may, and especially on those other platforms. I probably won't do it on YouTube. I may. We'll see. But I always put it on the scale and I weigh it out. Is there value in it? There's got to be value. For instance, value would be like in 2013 after the Parkland shooting. I thought there was value in getting 60,000 letters from TMPers, which I estimate we got sent to the representatives at that time, to the senators at that time, to the president at that time. And I do think then it made a difference. Now, no difference. They get your letter to your Democrat senator, Democrat, or your turncoat rhino Republican representative, they're going to throw it in the garbage. They're going to, oh, there's another white supremacist. There's another Nazi. No, man, I'm just talking about the Constitution, man. I love all people. I don't care what your skin color is. No, you're a Nazi. That's the world we live in. You've seen it. If you haven't seen it, you need to change your information source. Really. So spend some time in Gab, by the way. It is fantastic. Really, really good. There's some great posters there. You can get all your news from Gab. You might want to watch Salty Cracker. I've talked about him. He's a great information source. He's funny. He is still in YouTube as well. He has alternate platforms, and the liberal hive mind is out there. He does like 10-minute videos, gets some information out there, does good work. Andy No on Twitter, another one good to follow. Gateway Pundit, good to follow. Newsmax, watch them. OWN, we still have some sources of information. I do not watch the mainstream media, the Communist Party feeds anymore. I quit years ago. It wasn't just now. It was like after Obama got elected the second time, I was like, okay, I can see how this works. They're not after the news. They're out to change this country. Sorry, I'm getting political again. Anyhow, I'm signing off. I got to get back to the reviewing table again. And I've got to get to editing because I got to post some content for the donors tonight. I want to. NV, Night Vision. That'll be fun. Thanks so much, Lieutenant Colonel Nutnfancy, sworn to uphold the Constitution of these great United States, and I'm doing it. That's an oath I took. I don't think anything relieved me of that. And it was sworn to my God. So that's not something I can walk away from. So thank you very much for understanding. Thank you for your support. Signing off. We'll see you over at UGETube, Gab, Rumble, BitChute for now. All subject to change. Signing off. Bye.